Hello and welcome to the show. I've got 3 more vehicles today taking on the West Coast Rally, starting with the K-Series. Pretty damn fast all-wheel drive sports car. All-wheel drive should help on the dirt. Handling wise, it hasn't got race tyres on it. I wouldn't expect it to be challenging the Bolide Class A that went out last time, but I think we could see this set a pretty damn quick time if we manage to not get the car into trouble. Mind the Mound of Doom on the outside there. Oh, that might be running a little bit too deep into that corner. Well, I mean, we are technically okay. I mean, the car's not really that damaged. I've also got a Kitty and kind of sinking her claws, into my feet at the moment, which doesn't help matters. She's now got a claw stuck in my sock. Amara, I'm trying to drive a rally car here. I mean, I had crashed before. I mean, it wasn't really the kitten's fault that we crashed. That crash was before the kitten attacked my feet. Either way, I digress. K-Series has fallen off the road in the least spectacular way possible and is now beat. That's an embarrassing stuck. One of the new corners is going to be called Rockingham. Not this turn, the next one here, where we binned the Moonhawk, binned other cars. We might be about to bin the K-Series. Oh, we got away with it. We got away with it. Had to kind of panic and grab the handbrake on the way into the hairpin. We somehow made it through all of that. Oh, are we going to make it through this next one? Nope, we're not going to make it through the next one. That's tweaked the steering. Bugger. Okay, I was a little bit greedy under brakes. I thought I could get away with a bit more in this car than I actually could. Yeah, a little bit too greedy. However, I'm impressed with this car so far in terms of its speed in various different areas on the course. We end up wasting a lot of time if we aren't careful. No, Mound of Doom! Mound of Doom has got us. Mound of Doom has got us big time. It's not the, well, I say it's not the most... It's certainly the greatest distance a car has got from a crash on the Mound of Doom. Normally they just kind of roll over and that's it. Oopsie. Oh, we've carried a lot of speed into Chiliad. I think I can just about get away with that. Oh, Mound of Doom, no. Mound of Doom, no. Bad things have gone on. Bad things have... Ooh, that's a new place to roll. Real bad things have got on there. Oh, don't tell me we beached it again. What are we... we're just stuck in the tree. Just entirely in the tree. Not having much luck here. Now, can we not clip the wall? Oh, through Rockingham, we've got away with it. Oh, no, we haven't got away with it. We haven't got away with it. Oh, that's the bump that rolled the Pazima last time. I think there's like Mound of Doom Mark 1.5 right there. That's what launched the Pazima, the rally car, last time around. And while it didn't roll this car, it got it airborne, and then you can't stop or steer, funnily enough, when you're in the air, and that's the K-Series dead again. First gear isn't quite long enough, and second gear we're off boost for a little while when we first go into it. Oh no, I've clipped the barrier on the way into Rockingham. Oh, we cleared the we've cleared the hairpin this time around. It's the first car to go over that crash barrier. It might have stopped the Pazima rolling. Did not stop the K-Series from going over. Well, I'm not sure which is the nastiest corner on this circuit. I was thinking for a long time the final corner was the nastiest one, but the more I've driven cars down here, I think Rockingham, certainly with cars like this that don't have unlimited levels of grip but are quite fast, I think Rockingham is one of the toughest corners to get right because it's so fast and so very important, but your margins for error are tiny that, yeah, it's a place where you can have a really rather large accident. Around the rest of these, you just got to be a little bit careful on the way into them, and you will get through them relatively well. Now, that's a lot more like it. That's the line that we want to take, and then we can be neater on the exit. Don't have to worry about clonking into the wall. Down towards the hairpin we go. Just about getting the car stopped. You've got to be quite patient with this one. We have clipped another crash barrier, but I think my steering is okay there, which is nice. Do we want first? No, probably could have left it in second, because that's got a much wider exit than you think when you turn into the corner, so you can be a little bit braver with the car. In towards NASCAR we go. Let's not play with the concrete wall. That's good on the exit. Mountain Dew Mark II we managed to avoid. It's towards the final turn. The final nasty corner we head. Have I got the braking right this time around? We're kind of sliding it through. Make it between the posts. We've done it. We're not going to stop the car, but... oh, well, we are going to stop the car. We're going to stop the car quite resoundly there. But we did it. That was not how I would have chosen to take the final corner, but we made it with a pretty decent amount of speed and sort of just threw it across the line. That's a poorly case series. I mean, it will be surprisingly. I mean, like, there's a decent amount of speed into the lamppost there, and we're actually not in terrible shape. Not good shape, but not terrible shape. Either way, made it down the run. Yeah. The final corner is definitely nasty in this vehicle, but, well, there we go. The first car today can still do some celebratory donuts even after completing the run. Up next, we have got a 200BX. As you can see, it might be fitted with some lovely slick tyres, but this is the drift spec car. Now, good in some ways in that we've got a lot of steering lock to play with, a lot of steering angle to play around with, but it is also a car designed for going sideways, and sideways is not necessarily quick through this course. Also, rear-wheel drive, slick tyres on dirt, unlikely to be very fun. Yeah, then they're not very fun through that corner, I'll be honest. I mean, it wasn't the cleverest thing I've ever done. It still works, you know, it still drives after that crash. Does it go, ooh, look at that! Still works and still kind of even holds drifts despite having rolled down a hill. I think weirdly the way those rear wheels are broken, they're kind of broken quite evenly. That should not be drifting as well as it does, but there you go. Whoa, that was too much. An interesting first attempt. It's rather... oh, we're just going to be very, very sideways, are we? Yeah, I had a sneaking suspicion. Well, we can, I guess, catch it through Rockingham. No, we can't. Oh, that took out the front left. There have been changes to the way this car drives since the last time I had a go with it in this game. It makes it good for drifting, funnily enough. Really not good for what I'm trying to do with it. The front wheels are suggesting... they're not really telling the car where to go. The front wheels are literally just suggesting to the car as to the direction they might possibly want to travel in. We've clipped the wall and lost the bumper, but that's fine. Yeah, it's literally all the front is doing at this stage. Is suggesting... oh no, I didn't want to turn out of that. Oh, could have held that one. Bugger. NASCAR should be a complete pain in the arse, really. I was about to say an awful lot of pain. I didn't know quite how much we were going to hit. Oh, we've messed up that on the exit. I've broken the front. Oh, we found a rolly bush. I mean, that's so far been the highlight of my time with this car, is that we have found a rolly bush. Yeah, try and slow it down for NASCAR. We're going to go very, very sideways all the way through NASCAR. Oh, and then, yeah, because you see, now we've fallen out of the slide. We're going to end up running wide. No. That was going so well up until then. Apparently the engine's gone off. Actually, no, the engine hasn't gone off. The engine's still on. What are you talking about, game? I think we shall go backwards at 40 miles an hour into a tree. It's about what the car deserves, to be honest. Well, I hope all of you that wanted to see me drive a drift car down here are entertained, are enjoying my current suffering, because this is awful. This is absolutely awful to take that. Honestly, the Pigeon has more steering than this car. In fact, a Pigeon missing its front wheel has more steering than this car does, because it's just all of this steering lock for no reason. Absolutely none of it. It's awful. It's awful. The turbos don't help. The gear ratios are shonky. It's not good for this. I mean, I enjoy driving cars for their complete and utter wrong purpose. And I mean, this is about the worst vehicle I could imagine. I think the drag cars will be better to drive down here. With their ludicrous power and piddly front wheels, I think the drag cars will have more steering than this, quite frankly. Because this is... I don't know how it gets so little steering for so much steering lock. It's just... There's nothing. There's nothing whatsoever out of this. Oh, bloody hell. We've still got to go through a few more corners here. I'm trying to be a little bit kind of careful at times around here. Come on, 200BX. Up towards NASCAR we go. Get a lot of sideways, get really unsettled and wobble around. Now, NASCAR, let's try and not have a big crash through here. Oh, it's going to be sideways, but we can keep control of that. There we go. We're on the exit. This is some okay amount of power for acceleration for the couple of bits of road that you can use it. Oh, God, we're going to be very, very sideways around this final corner if we aren't careful. Managed to gather it all back up. Oh, we're going to wiggle our way towards the finish line. There we go. You can go visit a building car. Oh, that's not fun. That is not fun at all for that for that purpose. I don't understand the steering on this car. It doesn't make much sense. I am working on the basis that something with the setup changes kind of the way those front wheels are interacting with the tarmac, essentially. But it means that you've got a car with hundreds of degrees of steering lock and no actual steering. We've made it down. We have made it down. But I don't think it's going to be very fast. Well, having mentioned a drag car, it only seems right that I should have a go with one. Wasn't my initial intention for this episode. However, we're going to try nevertheless with the Barstow drag car. Now, massive rear tyres, huge amounts of power in this. However, piddly front tyres and a tendency to try to wheelie might give the car some grief. We will see how it goes, though, down this course. Also, suspension likely to be strange, to say the least, but there we go. Now, we haven't managed to get it in a straight line at any point down here so far, but it's actually nice having front wheels that turn into a corner. Look at this! Look at this! We have bicycle wheels on the front of the car, and it actually turns into a corner. Oh, God, that's a lot of speed. That is a lot of speed to suddenly try and, stop from. That's incredibly fast out of these corners. Now, we've got to be very, very careful up towards Rockingham here, because I think we're going to be going way faster than we do normally. No, not that dirt again. That mound of dirt. Mound of doom. Mound of dirt. Dirty mound. I don't know. Doom Mark 2.5.1 is killing more cars. God, you can't even see it. It's hidden in a bush and it just launches the cars up into the air. The Barstow's in the wall. Not the biggest crash, actually, though, that could have done. Yeah, it's savage. It is very, very savage, as you would expect this car. It's 90 miles an hour before the heaven. We're never stopped. Oh, so we are stopping it. Wow, how the hell did we stop that with the Barstow? That's 111 towards NASCAR. We're not going to stop that. Oh! You go so much faster in this than anything else I've driven here. You put the power... I say that like I'm surprised. I'm not, but just the severity of the speed in this is utterly mind-bending, and we're going to have to relearn basically every braking point on the course for this for this car. However, it is the first one to roll at NASCAR, so that's something at least. Try and slow you down for this this next one, because yeah, we can make the most of the power. Ooh, not there, not like that though. Oh, that was that was unfortunate. Just as I actually was really pleased with that line I got through that corner. We were ready to get on the power and have a lovely run down through Rockingham, but it was a few centimetres too far to the left, caught the front, somehow managed to rip the drive shaft out of the car. Bloody rocks. Clear 100, but we are going to go earlier on the brakes here. Oh, it's not going to matter. It's not going to matter. We're locked up. Have to be really mindful of the brakes when we start getting up towards those sections. I think the bumps kind of throw it off over there. Well, 2 rolls so far for the Barstow and that concrete wall. We need to be even earlier on the brakes, I think, this time around. Oh, no, even then, that was too much speed to try and get round the corner. Extra super duper caution is needed rather than just extra super caution. At some point, I don't quite know when, maybe it'll be this run, I will stop clonking into a concrete barrier. That would be helpful. We haven't even got to the final corner yet. Nope, it's not going to be this run. Not going to be this run. Things have gone badly wrong for the Barstow. That was too much speed. Taking a shortcut. I mean, we've slightly bent the... No, we've not even bent the steering that much in taking the shortcut. But we are kind of down over here now. Well, as expected, the drag car is not the easiest vehicle to drive around here. I am having more fun with this one, mind, than the drift car. At least this does actually have some form of turning in to corners, and it has utterly ludicrous speed when you can apply it. It's not very often you can apply it, and it gets you into trouble occasionally. I say occasionally, quite a lot. However, the odd time out of some of these corners, it's very, 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 very fast, up towards 90 miles an hour, but going to have to jump on the brakes. We're going to run a little bit wide there, although we can get a nicer exit through Rockingham. I'm going to be mindful of the throttle now. Easy does it into these hairpins. Out the other side again. Use that acceleration briefly, though. Can't get up towards the giddy heights of 100 down here, because you'll never stop it for the next corner. So, NASCAR, this long left-hander, has proved very, very problematic. It's more to do with this slowing the car down. This vehicle does have good brakes, but it's really easy to lock a brake there, and the bumps cause it no end of problems. Here we go, towards the final turn. We've hit the dirt on the outside ever so slightly. Now, I'm okay with being cautious on the way in here, because I know I've got the power to floor it on the way out. There we go, across the line for the Barstow. Across the line very, very quickly for the Barstow. It's still, I mean, we've lost both of the front wheels. The front axle's gone, but it does still work. Well, work is a relative term here, because we're kind of just, we're not going to go back towards the finish line to do a celebratory donut. Oh no, we're going to do celebratory donuts in the field. I mean, actually, that's working surprisingly well for a car missing both its front wheels in terms of celebratory donuts. We're going to blow the engine to bits doing this in a minute, but we made it. The drag car did make it down, and as I expected, better turning. Felt certainly like better turning than the drift car. I will be very interested to see the stage times. So, on to our leaderboard, and the Barstow drag car will go into a second place, a 1 minute 20.8 down this course. Very impressive time. It's still some 10 seconds down on the Bolide Class A, however, that is perhaps to be expected. That incredible acceleration was enough to get the stage time. Yeah, faster than the rally car. Faster than the ETK K series. That'll go into fourth, a 122.9. Only a fraction down on the Pazima rally car, and that comprehensively beating the Sport Sunburst. And the drift car is at the bottom. Some 4 seconds slower than the Moonhawk. 138.3 will see that car the slowest vehicle down this course. That, though, is going to be it for this episode. As ever, if you want to keep suggesting names for some corners, please do in the comments section, and more will be added as times go on and as cars do various silly things at certain corners. However, that's going to be it from me. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.